First off, man, I want to thank you for doing this interview with me. Time is important, and I know it's important to you, just like it is to me. And I really appreciate you sitting down with me for this interview. We're going to start brand new, man. Name, age, and current living situation.
Do I have to give my real name? No. Robert Willie. Yeah. My age is 33, and currently I'm in between houses. I call it roofless. I'm not necessarily homeless. I'm just roofless.
I like to call it, I had a brain fart, but I like to say displaced. What do you think sounds better, honestly?
I say roofless because home is where the heart is. So I got to make sure I got a heart, and wherever I go can be home. Some stupid fucking cheesy, but it helps me get through it.
And this is why I wanted an interview with you, because I knew you were gonna say things like that. I did, bro. I've met you, and I knew you were gonna say stuff like that.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little about your journey?
I'm from Denver, Colorado. Born and raised in Colorado, 33 years. Came out, got locked up in Colorado in June of last year. Got out in November of last year, and the only person I really have that's like family lives in Tucson, and so he brought me to Tucson. And fucking weekend, his new wife and I had it out because I was smoking a cigarette, and she kicked me out, and so I was homeless in Tucson for a few months, and then made it out here because now when I was in jail, he had bought me a fucking ticket for Reggae Rise Up.
Yeah.
And so when in April I went to Reggae Rise Up with him, and then they left me here second day.
That's awful, man.
It's better in Tucson.
Well, now that you spoke on not being from here, do you know 90% of the people that I interview are not from Arizona, that are homeless and displaced? They're not from Arizona. It's almost like if there's a sign that says, hey, come to Arizona. When in reality, I know that's not the case. I think it's just a mix of circumstantial. Also, we're close to the border. Also, it's nice weather. It's year-round weather. You can always be here. You know, rain, sleet, snow, shine. I mean, you could just always
it's all
be
year-round
outside.
Summer. It helps my mental. It helps my fucking my back and shit. My sciatica.
It feels good to be honest, quite frankly. What led you to your current situation?
A lot of getting distracted. So I've been homeless for a total of probably 8 years on and off. But,
are you serious?
But never. I mean, I get a place for sometimes a year at a time, right? And then something happens. Either I not paying attention, and something happens between me and my landlord, or my landlord doesn't pay rent. We get evicted, and that's happened a lot. So between 2 months to a year at a time, I'm getting a place, and then I just lose it. So because nothing's solid. I know I'm trying to find something solid.
So we'll just say no solid foundation. Man, that's awful, man. What does a typical day look like for you, man?
I wake up, I fucking make a game plan, try to go make money, and whether it's selling things that I find dumpster diving, or helping people out. I go to fucking roll off dumpsters and shit, and fucking find contractors that need help. Labor for hour or labor for hire, and $10 an hour. So it's
man, that's awesome.
Garbage, but it helps. It does something.
One thing about you, man, you seem like someone that's gonna go ahead and get it, regardless of the circumstance. And I dig that about you, man. You're not just gonna sit down and lay down and just wait on something.
Yeah, even though life seems like it wants me to.
You're gonna go and get it, man. And to me, that's a sign of somebody who is gonna take the initiative. And that's always the first step. And to me, that's a good quality. Don't ever lose that, man.
Appreciate you.
What keeps you getting through your times versus just succumbing to your situation? You know, just saying, you know what, fuck it. You know?
It's connections.
Connections?
Even though I'm at this, God needs me at this spot of life. Clearly, that's why I keep ending up back here, you know?
Yeah.
And the connections I'm making, the lessons I learn, the lessons I help other people learn. Make it worth it.
That's awesome, bro. Now they say, or I say, that Tempe the camaraderie here is better than most places that I've seen as far as the homeless population goes. Like you can go to Sunny Slope, Phoenix, 61st, 27th Ave, the Blade, anywhere, and it's a little bit more dog eat dog. But for some reason here, it just feels like, you know, there's just a strong connection of camaraderie here. Is that something that you feel also, or am I just making it up?
So everywhere I've been homeless, the Denver, Pueblo, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Littleton, Lakewood, it's all, there's camaraderie wherever you go. You gotta find it. Out here there is, but there's a lot of fucking
doggy dogs.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that'll be talking like fucking my worst enemy, this and that, and then later that day you see dudes fucking hugging on the couch and like, you know, best friends. What happened earlier, right? There's a lot of two-faced, but there's also, because of there's a lot of that. There's a lot of things to balance it out, though. There's a lot of real people around here. So
yeah, that's awesome. What are your hopes for the future, man?
A roof, maybe a wife.
Man, that's amazing. Yeah. Don't ever let that go, bro. Don't.
Yeah, I want to guarantee that when I put in the work, I get to pay. It's getting real tiring not getting to fucking pay.
Yeah, you look like a model or something, man. You look like somebody's wife already, man. I'm not just bullshitting, jiving, or, you know, a lot of people just say anything, bro. But you do look like somebody's wife, you know, somebody's husband already, man.
Tell you, it's not good to pride yourself on things, but I'm proud of myself that I don't look homeless.
100%, bro. That's one of the things that I always wanted to just let you know. You always just, you know, look like you got, you know, you stay clean. You know, got a cool little beard. You just always
shake it.
Yeah, you look, you know, you look the part. You look like you're, you know, just a normal person, man, regular person out here, man. What is something you wish more people understood about being homeless?
That it's not always a choice. Sometimes it's life slides you in that position, and it's not necessarily your fault. It's not necessarily anybody's fault. It's because it's necessary to either teach you a lesson or somebody else a lesson. Maybe teach those a lesson that have never been homeless. You know, because people are going to see it in a different perspective, because it's all about perspective. So say I get jumped on and beaten by the cops one day, right? Yeah. A kid that I never even met before in my entire life is watching from across the corner, and he's never going to do what I did. It's all a matter of perspective, and so I wish that people would be more aware of that and be a little bit less judgmental when they see someone on the street corner that has no shoes. You know, someone who's talking to themselves because they've lost their shit because nobody else will talk to them. Because it's a real fucking world, and sometimes it gets a little more real than people want to know. Man, that's amazing. I'm glad you said that, man. I feel like anybody can be homeless, man. You're either a slip, fall, fart, burp, paycheck away from being homeless. And, you know, everybody struggles, man. And at the end of the day, it's easy. It can happen to anybody. Yeah. I've met billionaires out here. I've met people that were millionaires. I've met plenty of people that are doing way better than me and have done way better than me. And it's just sad that one little thing set them off and sent them on a downward spiral, whether it be a relationship, a divorce, they caught their wife in bed with someone else, etc., etc. But nonetheless, you know, it can happen to anybody, man, and you're right about that, man. What's been the hardest part about being homeless for you? I don't know, the length of time it's going to take me to get on my feet. So I keep meeting people that need my help, or need people that need me here and there, and then I neglect myself and neglect my own necessities. And then I meet people that fucking see that and they pick me up off my feet and fucking help me out, and I just overthink things constantly because I'm always on edge, always on guard, because I just want that fucking comfort.
100%, man. I like to say that you know, a lot of people have told me anyway that using the restroom is something that's real hard to do. Is that something that's hard for you? Or is that more easier on the easier side?
I don't know. I don't do all this nonsense that everybody else does. So I mean, there's some reality, right?
Yeah.
So when you keep your body regular, it's gonna stay regular. So I shit once a day.
Yeah.
Right? And as long as I shit the same time every day, I hit the shit window and it's gonna be the same time every day. So I make sure I'm up and at a park at that time, right? And so it's just a matter of fucking, it's not hard. It's people just not knowing how to time manage because they're too busy trying to get their next hit.
Man.
That's what it is.
Beautiful. Beautifully said, man. Are there places or services that have been particularly helpful to you?
Austin.
Man,
Everything
isn't he
Austin.
amazing, man?
Yeah, all these feeds.
He's a good dude, man.
All this has been real helpful. I still haven't figured out how to get a phone. I still haven't figured out how to get it, and that's my next step to be able to get a job.
Yeah.
The phone. And I still can't find a phone.
Yeah, he definitely can help you with that. And do you have an ID or anything?
I do. I have Arizona State
if
ID.
you go to Broadway, obviously, and McClintock, you can definitely get a phone over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You definitely can, man. Is there a particular experience you've had while homeless that stands out?
No, not really. I mean, some of the people I've met around here had my back through some things.
That otherwise other people wouldn't have.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's the camaraderie I was talking about.
Yeah.
Man, that's a blessing, man. And I think that's amazing.
People are just willing to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. And my last question, bro, I told you I was going to keep you long, is do you have a Cash App, Venmo, or anything to which you can shout out just in case someone who feels empathetic or compassionate to your plight?
Don't.
You know?
I don't have a bank account, don't have Cash App, don't have Venmo, don't have a phone.
Man.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, I know you'll be around, so if anybody does feel it within their grasp or heart to, donate, you can send it to me, or if there's something that you want to send to him, I'll hunt you down.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Whether it takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it takes, man.
Yeah, much
I'll hunt you
appreciated.
down, man, and we'll get it to you if someone does feel the need in their heart to donate to you, man. I want to thank you for this time, this interview, man, and hopefully next time I see you, man, we can get a update, man. Maybe later on down the road we can get an update, and hopefully you progress in your little journey here, man, because you're one of the people that I talk to that I see like a very smart individual. This just seems like a bump in the road for you. This don't seem like this is something that's a lifelong thing for you, man.
I appreciate that.
And I've been around them all, man. And you seem like somebody who's very, very articulate. And this is just a bump in the road for you, man. I know that you'll be in a better place soon. And I hope that you just continue with your growth, man. Development, man. All right, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you very much.
Man, love, man. Have a good
much love.
night, and thank you so much for this interview, bro.